Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today is May 10th, 2021, and today is Monday morning. So welcome back, everybody. And looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the British pound and the Dow Jones both rally to record highs. Dow Jones to all-time record highs, while the British pound is in yearly record highs. There's no major economic event scheduled for today. But as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex markets, US dollar loses ground versus the major pairs, the Canadian dollar, the GBP, and the euro. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. And looking at the indices, the Dow Jones rallies to record highs while the NASDAQ tapering off. Now looking at the commodities, oil tapering off while gold remains strong. In terms of the stocks, really reflecting the indices. Alcoa and JP Morgan rally to record highs while tech sector really struggles. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, pretty much unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're starting out here with the Euro USD, and you could see on a daily chart, we're at that top range. Okay, we haven't been here since March of 2021 when we hit this high and we took this V formation. Now it's made that comeback, and sure enough, it's at that spot where it does look like it may correct itself. Okay, now you have to look at the Dow Jones. This is really what's very important, because the Dow Jones is breaking out higher to 34,700-ish level, should lift up the rest of the indices around the world, as this is hitting record highs. Now jumping back into the currencies, GBP, USD, look at that, 140.89, also on its highs. And if we look at a daily chart, it's getting back to that level of 142, which we haven't seen since pre-pandemic time. Okay, so that is really a very important factor that's coming to fruition here as well. If we look at a weekly chart, just to give us perspective, you know, we haven't been here since even pre-pandemic, okay, since 2018, and that's a major correction for the GBP. Just one more point about this, okay, looking at a daily chart, you see pretty clearly that we passed 142-ish level, and 140.20-ish level was a very significant resistance-ish level. So the real next resistance is 142. The jumping Canadian dollar getting stronger versus USD. Also, you can see on a daily chart, we are at all-time highs for the year. If we look at a weekly, we're right there at a major support level. Okay, so if we do breach this, this can further correct itself. Now, this is really on the back of oil. So there's a few factors here that are submitting to the weakness of the dollar. Number one, it's the commodity prices are getting more expensive, specifically oil, and it's also the fact that the Dow Jones is rallying to record highs. Now jumping into gold, we rallied nicely to this 1835-ish level, and we are hitting a bit of a resistance here at this area, so just be aware of it, because this likes to rally, consolidate, and rally. Okay, I don't want to just celebrate this too soon that it's going to correct itself. Now looking at oil trading at $65 a barrel, hitting that 67 earlier, and now it is challenging that 67 earlier since last March, and we're looking to push that higher. Okay, so it may use the 64.51 as a support level in the anticipation it's going to go higher. Now, when we look at the NASDAQ versus the Dow Jones, not rallying to all-time highs. Look at that. We're on a daily. It's close to its highs at 14,000, but not there, over 400 points off of it. However, as mentioned, and as we saw before, looking at the Dow Jones, we are at all-time highs, 34,759. And like I said, I expect the stocks to trade accordingly. So when we look at the Dow stocks, okay, the Alcoas, trading at $41 a share. If we look at JP Morgan, also 161, which is all-time record highs for JP Morgan. Now looking at the high-tech stocks, okay, across the board, they're not as strong. Microsoft, let's look at that. We're off of our highs from 260. If we look at Amazon, also, we retrace back to this 32.52-ish level. Facebook also retracing to 316. So it's not breaking out higher. That's the point, okay? So we may see either a pickup with the NASDAQ, it's going to play catch up to the Dow Jones, or not, okay? But that's something for me to anticipate. Once I see that there is weakness in a certain sector and strength in the overall market, I then look for opportunities on both sides. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, all right? This has been a nice little edging higher, okay, at 58,424. We're at that top of that range, but really unchanged for the day. And especially Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live, where he kind of, downplayed the cryptocurrencies. And that hit only one currency. I don't think it's going to hit Bitcoin. So going into today's trading session, okay, but we are just sidelining here. Okay, we are consolidating here. I don't want to jump into this until I have some sort of conviction one way or another. Either we break this 59,000 on the upside or breaking one of these moving averages. Okay, in the anticipation it's going to continue trading within this range. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.